Obama doesn't fall far from the tree. Acorn and Obama. Obama and Acorn go to great lengths for the people. Step 1. Obama gives $800,000 to Acorn during his campaign. Step 2. Acorn goes the extra mile when getting out the vote. They make sure to include everyone, even fictitious characters, even the dead. After all, why should we let people be disenfranchised merely because they died or never existed in the first place? On September 12, 2000, President Bill Clinton and his Housing and Urban Development Secretary Andrew Cuomo unveiled a new housing program. Under this program, more than 1 million working families that had been receiving HUD Section 8 rental assistance vouchers were now allowed to use these same vouchers to purchase homes. President Clinton started the Home for Everyone policy, where lenders were then forced into the position to make bad loans or lose other benefits under the Clinton administration. Democrats connected to Fannie and Freddie crisis. Senators Chris Dodd and Barack Obama got nearly $250,000 in contributions from Freddie and Fannie. Dirty, rotten scoundrels. Darn, I'm only number 3. I'll beat you next year. I'm number 1 at ripping off the American public and causing the financial disaster. Finders keepers, losers weepers. For over 20 years, Barack Obama has sat in a pew listening to Reverend Wright shouting such things as blacks should say, "God damn America," instead of "God bless America," and that the U.S. brought on the 9/11 attacks with its own terrorism. Reverend Wright and the Obamas. Over a 20-year period, Reverend Wright married Barack and Michelle, as well as baptizing both their daughters. Obama credits Reverend Wright with the title of his book, Audacity of Hope. Dozens of Reverend Wright sermons have expressed hate for the U.S., and yet in March, Obama said, "I don't think my church is actually particularly controversial." If Obama really disagreed with what Reverend Wright has said over so many years, why didn't he leave the church? Tony Rezko. Tony Rezko is a restaurateur and real estate developer in Chicago. He was found guilty of 16 federal charges for demanding kickbacks from businesses that wanted to do business with the state. Rezko was convicted of 6 counts of wire fraud, 6 counts of mail fraud, 2 counts of corrupt solicitation, and 2 counts of money laundering. Tony Rezko and Barack Obama. Obama, as a lawyer, represented Rezko's company, Resmar, and helped the company get more than $43 million in government funding. In 1995, Obama's first set of political contributions included a $2,000 donation from 2 companies owned by Rezko. In 2003, Rezko raised more than $14 million while serving on Obama's U.S. Senate Campaign Finance Committee, and Obama received over $250,000 in campaign contributions from Rezko or his close associates. Obama helps friend benefit from taxpayers' money. Obama's district included 11 of Rezko's 30 low-income apartments. In 1997, Obama wrote letters to city and state officials so that Rezko and his partner, Allison Davis, could benefit from a project. Rezko and Davis received $885,000 in taxpayer funds for so-called development fees. In 2005, Obama and Rezko's wife, Rita, each purchased property next to one another. In 2006, while Rezko was under federal investigation, Obama purchased a 10-foot wide strip of property from Rezko's wife for $104,500, which was $60,000 above the assessed value. Obama associates with crook. 8 months later, in October 2006, Rezko was indicted on charges that he solicited kickbacks from companies seeking state pension business under his friend Governor Blagojevich. Obama received $10,000 from the alleged kickback scheme toward his run for the U.S. Senate. Obama and Bill Ayers. Ayers, a founder of the radical group Weather Underground, participated in the bombings of the Capitol Building, Pentagon, and New York City Police Headquarters. Documents recently released by University of Illinois at Chicago place both Obama and Ayers in the same room while attending meetings of the Chicago Annenberg Challenge. The Annenberg Challenge. Ayers was instrumental in starting the Chicago Annenberg Challenge. Obama was the chairman for the Annenberg Challenge during the 1990s. The intention of the Annenberg Foundation was for establishing community partnerships that would improve schools. The Annenberg Foundation turns radical. The Chicago Annenberg Challenge did not fund schools directly. The CAC only funded schools that belonged to the radical organization ACORN. Educational programs requesting money for math and science for schools were denied money under the Annenberg Challenge. Terrorists, lunatics, and racists endorse Obama. Kim Jong-il, Castro, Chavez, Farrakhan Youssef, and Ahmadinejad endorses Obama. Ahmadinejad is willing to meet with Barack Obama if he becomes president. Ahmed Youssef, a Hamas advisor, told WorldNet Daily, "We like Mr. Obama and we hope that he will win the elections." Fidel Castro wrote in Cuba's Grama newspaper that Obama is the most progressive candidate in U.S. history. Obama's childhood mentor, Frank Marshall, was a communist. While living in Hawaii from 1971 to 1979, he developed a close relationship, almost like a son, with Davis, who was publicly identified as a member of the Communist Party USA. Frank Marshall Davis. As a member of the CPUSA, he was involved with a front organization dedicated to keeping foreign communists from being deported. Davis, considered a communist pawn for Moscow, has been investigated by the FBI and congressional committees. If Obama's relationship with Frank was so innocent, why didn't Barack use his last name in his book, Dreams from My Father? Obama's socialist connections include: in 1996, Obama received the endorsement of the Chicago branch of the Democratic Socialists of America for an Illinois state Senate seat. DSA describes itself as the largest socialist organization in the U.S. and the principal affiliate of the Social International. First socialism, then Obama takes the U.S. into communism. The United Socialist States for reinterpretation. I challenge Barack Obama. If you have any respect for yourself and the American people, tell the whole truth about your associations with terrorists, socialists, and communists.